Hello, it is Makyrah, and today my podcast is going to be about life as an artist, expectations versus reality. I realized that I talk very slow and very monotone, so I'm going to try and speed it up so it's not as boring. I recorded this so many times, and I just listened to it and I was like, this is something I could fall asleep to, so I'm going to try and up it up a notch, kind of talk a little bit faster, maybe not a bit louder, but I'll try. So we're just gonna jump right into it. We're gonna talk about the expectations and stereotypes and stuff like that. So most non-artist people, or people who don't do art, whether it be fashion or culinary or actual drawing and stuff like that, people who aren't in the art community don't understand how much time is spent into just one tiny piece. And it's just how could you judge from the outside and you have no artistic skill whatsoever? It's kind of aggravating to know that somebody who has not put in time to grow their artistic abilities, because everyone has the ability to draw, you just have to pursue it and actually learn about it to do it, and do it the way that you want to do it and make sure it's right to your standards and your liking. But from people on the outside looking in, not knowing anything, they can say oh, well, your commission prices are too high because this doesn't look as detailed as this artist. There are people who have simple art styles, but it takes them a long time to do one simple sketch because they don't know how to do it. Say anatomy wise, the anatomy isn't right and they're frustrated, so they have to take a break or they'll get burnt out and stuff like that. It's the same way with music and fashion. It's all the same. You have to build on yourself to make sure it's right the way that you want it, because somebody might not like it, but you could be really proud of something that you did, and that could be just enough. There will be people that support you and there will be people that don't support you. It is what it is. But yeah, I feel like people don't understand that. And there are a whole bunch of struggles that artists go through on a day-to-day basis sometimes, that they don't really share because they don't want to be that negative. We just want to share our art and see interact with the people who like it and have a jolly good time. I remember this one time, my commissions are open currently, shameless plug. My prices aren't that high, and I don't take long to draw at all. So there's this one time. The reason why I bring this up is because there was this one time on my Instagram. I post every 5 to 6 days, and I remember I think I posted some OC content and maybe some fan art, and this lady commented on 3 of my posts at the same time saying the exact same thing. I don't know why she did that, but she was like, oh, are your commissions open? DM me please if they are, so I want a commission done. And I was like, oh sweet, cool, money. So I went and I DM'd her. I was like, yeah, my commissions are open, whatever you need. Right now, I said from the beginning, at the very beginning, yeah, only right now, the only type of payment that I'm taking right now is Cash App. That was a very hard sentence to say for no reason, but yeah, I was the only way of payment that I can do at this moment is Cash App, and that's it, because I don't know you can't give me cash in real life like any other person. So she was like, oh, okay. And I was like, what do you want done? What type of commission do you want? And she was like, oh, my son's, why do I keep trying to say brother? My son's birthday is coming up. He's turning 7. I was wondering if you could draw him as Catboy from PJ Masks, which is a kid show, I think on Disney Channel. I don't know. I haven't watched TV in a long time, but I do remember watching that show with my little brothers. It was oddly entertaining. I don't want to admit that, but it was. So I was like, oh yeah, I know him. That's cool. Like, and then she sent me a reference photo of her son, and she was like, yeah. And the photo that she sent, it was like a blurred background of some random bookshelves in the back, and then her son in the dead middle of the frame, and he was smiling. I was like, oh yeah, that would be easy. And I gave her an estimate. I believe the estimate was 55, because she wanted it on a time crunch, like a very tight time crunch. I think she only gave me like 4 days, and I was like, okay. So I was like, okay. And she wanted me to draw a real person, which normally I would have said no, but I was like, I need money right now. So I was like, okay, send me the payment. Send her my cash tag, and I was like, send me the payment, and after I confirm that I have got all of the money, then I will start in the sketch, and I will send you a picture of the sketch, and you can approve it, or you could ask me to change anything. I won't be offended if you ask me to change something, or if you want me to tweak this and that. And then after you approve the sketch, I will start working on the commission. It will be my top priority, and I will get it done before the deadline. I was very professional about this, okay? I mean, it's money. We don't play with money around here. And so she was like, oh no, sorry. So I'm spending my son's life savings, and I can only deliver it through check. So I'm gonna, if you just tell me your name and like your zip code and your state, then we can send you the check. First of all, why are you using your son? The son that is finna turn 7 in like a week. Why are you spending his life savings on his birthday present? Why are you doing that? Second, I literally said when I first sent you the first message that the only type of payment that I can receive at the moment is through Cash App. And you said, okay. What? And then I was like, no. Sorry. As much as I want this money, I cannot take this commission because the only type of payment that I'm taking is Cash App, and it's kind of sketchy that you're using your son's life savings on his birthday present on a drawing for his birthday, and you're trying to send me a check. If I would have said yes, I probably would have never received that money, or I could have received a check, but it was fake. And then, the least possible thing could have happened is I would have received the money and it would have been an actual check, but I'm not legal, so I'm pretty sure I wouldn't have been able to cash the check anyways, or it would have got here and late, and I wouldn't have I don't know if there's time stamps on when you can cash a check, but I would have gotten it very late, because I don't know where this lady is. I don't know if she's in the US or not. And then I wouldn't have been able to cash the check. Either way it goes, I almost got scammed. Which I know some artists that I follow, and like I have mutuals, like shout out to @frogwards, FROGWARDZZZ on Instagram. He is my mutual. He's a very good friend. I love him so much, but he has gotten scammed so many times, and I feel so bad. And sadly, this is like a normalized thing to do in the art community, is just to lie about wanting a commission, especially when people are desperate. Like, there have been multiple cases where someone has opened up emergency commissions where they desperately need money right then and there, and people have lied about, oh yeah, I want a commission, and then they just ghost them. Like, that's not okay. And like, sadly, that is, like I said, something that's normalized, which it shouldn't be. But you know, people just think, oh, you're an artist, you get to sit down and draw and do whatever you want all day. No, that's not how it is. Scoliosis exists. You can get scoliosis from sitting down and drawing for too long. You can get back problems from not sitting in the right posture, drawing too long. There's a lot of downsides to drawing, but doing the drawing itself is actually pretty fun. It like, some artists draw because they want to draw, and they post it because they want to post it, and that's what I am. I draw because I want to draw and I enjoy it, and I've been doing it literally my whole life, and I post it because I post it. I have a lot of OCs, which is original characters, and I have my own storyline that I will maybe eventually get to, and I will post it. I will make my own webcomic. I have the story. I just have to draw it. I have all the scripts and characters and plot twists and everything. And it just takes time, and the time is worth it. And I feel like most people don't understand the satisfaction that you get from finishing an art piece. Obviously, it can be equated to like different satisfactions, like with sports. A football touchdown, stuff like that, soccer, a goal, and it's just a different type of euphoria that I personally feel, because I don't like sports. I'm not a sports person, so I don't know what that feels like. I'm a gamer. I know what it feels like to be the boss that you've been trying to beat for so long, and it's not the same euphoria as having to learn through all these years of building your skill and finding your art style and finding what you like to do in your art and finding like what you like in other artists and maybe incorporating that into your own art style, and it's just so satisfying to finish a drawing. And maybe even a commission. Sometimes you have to take a commission that you don't necessarily want to do, but you need the money. So even if it's a commission that you don't want to do, the satisfaction of getting the money, I guess, you know, getting that bag. But it's just like a different type, and outsiders might not see that, which is why the expectations for artists is like really high for some reason. Like, people working in animation studios, they are extremely overworked. Sometimes they don't even get to go home and see their family, see their siblings, see their roommates. They don't get to use the bathroom, but they get paid 2 cents per hour, and it's just like it blows my mind, which is why I don't necessarily want to work for a big company, but I just want to work for my own company, like have my own little team and have my own like little setup and be my own boss, which is like, that's way much easier than working for a company that doesn't really care about your own health or how you're doing. They just care about deadlines, but they don't necessarily try and help you in the way to meet those deadlines. They just tell you that you need to do this and you need to get it done before this amount of time, and if you don't, you're fired, which is kind of stupid to me, in my opinion. There's a lot of differences between like people who think, oh, it's so easy to do da 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 da, but you know, I don't feel like you actually did that. And then there's tracers. Oh my god, that's a whole different story. There's tracers and reposters that oh my god, it is just different. But you know, it's Makyrah reporting for PCH TV, and I hope you guys have a amazing day hearing me ramble about this. You know, I hope you pursue your own art career if you feel like it, not forcing you to. It's just something to think about. If you don't have any hobbies, try out art. You might hate it at first, but you know, it might come around at the end.